In the quiet rhythm of clay and color, a story unfolds, not of machines or mass production, but of hands that shape hope bead by bead. At Kazuri, resilience is sculpted, fired, and won. This isn't just a craft, it's legacy. NTV's Hilda Kiptor shares a process in which these women take up the task and paint the unimaginable and incredible arts. Beads often worn, rarely wondered about. But at Kazuri, women turn clay into culture, resilience, and art, from humble beginnings to societal impact. Here's Hilda Kiptor with that report.
This beaded doorway ushers us into a world shaped by clay and the hands of resilient, gifted women. This is Kazuri, a sanctuary where a single mother sculpts stories of strength, one bead at a time.
Kazuri, it's the name of the company, and it is a Swahili word meaning small and beautiful. The main aim of starting Kazuri was to help single parents and the less fortunate in the society. So most of the ladies who work here, they are single parents. Others come from very poor families.
They're the ones who we want to champion and stand behind, because kwa hii community, it's very difficult for single mothers to get support. You know, mtu anaweza like, they can feel like it's their circumstances, yet it's not. So how can we offer support to that mother to gain income, gain support, gain financial literacy, all of it, so that aweze uplift community yake na aweze uplift family yake.
Not only does this job put bread on the table, it caters for almost all the women's financial needs.
Some of the services that we provide is financial training, financial literacy training. We want to empower the women to understand, with the salary that they get, with any extra money, even from their side businesses, how are they being smart about that money? What are they doing about it? And then also health and wellness. That's a very pivotal point for us, because we understand that we have to have a work-life balance. So you'll find our women doing runs throughout the day. Like, we have a break that we stop and they'll do laps, they'll do skipping, they'll play games like kati and everything. But we also introduce health practitioners that come in every month that train them. What's the best way to actually sit, so you're not affecting your posture.
55-year-old Esther Ndungu, who's worked here for 10 years, says that this is more than a workplace.
Nililetwa na friend, just a friend, lakini sahi hayuko, ni older friend. Na venye niliingia, nikawa motivated kuona naweza tengeneza kitu na watu wapendezwe nacho, kama kuunda necklaces, kuunda beads, pia kuzipaka rangi. Na venye niliendelea, nikaanza kuona kama customers wanapendezwa na kazi yenye ninafanya, na hiyo ikanimotivate sana.
Often their extraordinary work not credited to them and probably linked to the Western world and technology.
Juzi nilikuwa place. Huyo mwenye tulikuwa na yeye, nikamwambia hii ni kazi yangu. Akasema hapana, hii ni kazi yako aje. Nikamwambia hii bead ni mimi nimeunda shape na mpaka rangi. Akasema ni uongo. Nikamwambia, akaniuliza kwani hii ni nini? Nikamwambia hii ni udongo. Akasema ni uongo. So nikaanza kumexplainia.
From the slopes of Mount Kenya, clay is sourced, crushed and kneaded into priceless material.
Kazuri initially started in 1975 by a lady called Lady Susan Wood. She initially started with just 2 women, and she was interested about what she could do with just clay. And initially she used to ship clay from Maju, but now someone actually told her, you can get clay here in Kenya. So walimzungusha, and then they found you can actually get clay from Mount Kenya.
To remove excess water,
Beth takes us through the elaborate process of bead making.
After bringing the clay here, we crush it into powder form, then we mix it with water, then we add tank and silica,
squeeze the solution through the pipes to the filter press, where we squeezes the water out from the filter press to the paddy mill, where we removes the air out, because we have to make sure there is no air bubbles in the clay. After removing the air, we pack the clay into polythene bags to preserve the moisture, and it can stay in those bags for more than 3 months without drying up.
Then follows the process of shaping the clay into different shapes and sizes.
After the clay has been processed, it is given to the ladies and they are given a mold like this one. This is to help them to measure the volume of clay they are supposed to use to make a bead, so that the sizes of the beads can be the same. To measure the volume of clay, they first make a ribbon, then squeeze the clay into those holes like this. Depending on the size of the beads they are making, take it out, then roll. Everything is done by hand. After rolling, they put the hole through using a crochet needle like this. There the bead is. After making the beads, we sun dry them for 2 to 3 hours. Then we fire them at a high temperature, over 1,000 degrees Celsius for 8 hours. That's when they come out like those ones. And they are hard. They can't break easily. Even if they drop, they won't break.
And now to harden the beads further, electricity is introduced and the beads are placed in an electric furnace. After 8 hours, they are manually checked to establish if they are ready.
After firing, they are taken to where we do our first quality control, because we have to quality check our beads twice, before greasing and after greasing. Before greasing is to make sure the sizes are the same. And to know whether they are fully fired or not, we use a cone like this one. We call it pilometric cone. It is the one which tells us whether the beads are fully fired or not. When fixing it, it should be straight. Once the beads are fully fired, it curves. And we put it inside, and there is a hole where we look through. The following day morning, we offload, take the beads where we do our second quality control. They are given to greasers, and after greasing them, they are fired for the second time, still at a high temperature. That's when they come out like those ones, or are painted. Then they are taken to where we do our second quality control. Our second quality control is to make sure the colors have come out nicely. So when doing it, the ladies must go bead by bead, bead by bead. The ones which have not come out nicely, they are sent back for retouches, then they are refired.
Now on to the second inspection to ensure the beads align with the set standards.
We have to measure each and every bead using a template like this one to make sure the sizes of the beads are the same. And the ladies, they are given a list like this one to guide them. Each and every bead has a name. Those are the names of the beads, the graces they are supposed to use, and if there is a pattern, it is also indicated on the wrist.
The whole process, however, does not slide without some mess.
We have the rejects, because when loading, sometimes we forget to separate the beads, they stick together. And once we dip the beads into the grease and forget to clean the hole properly, they get stuck onto the wire. So with those ones, they cannot be recycled. We just throw them away. The ones which are not all that bad, we sell them to schools for counting.
However, the session is never complete without some little dance. This intended to relieve the ladies of their work and entertain those who come visiting. After fire, finies, and countless hands, the beads emerge, each edged with symbols of African heritage, each echoing the soul of Kenya.
We represent our wildlife and our clay and everything in one aspect or another. So hii inaitwa summary because colors ni za pwani, but also to represent both the animals na culture yetu ya pwani na Kenya.
The final stage is the beading session, where visitors can make their beads based on their preferences.
It's basically creating your own unique piece, Kazuri piece, with our already made beads. You come here, get a selection of the beads that we currently have available. You choose from those. It's a wide variety, like you guys have seen. And then you sit down with one of the experts. It could be me or one of the ladies who will guide you through the entire process on making your piece. You get to decide if it's a necklace, a bracelet, a pair of earrings. Some people get creative. They make keychains or a wristlet, depending on what you have in mind.
Now ready for the market. The women in this beading factory fully satisfied with the works of their hands and now passing the Kenyan culture and legacy far and abroad, passing their creativity.
We do both locally and internationally. Our balance is kind of 50-50 at the moment, where we do have a lot of tourists that love our products. So when they're around and doing the safari trips and everything, they come and visit us. But we also have a very strong base with the Kenyan community and the Kenyan culture.
From clay to beauty, women shaping the beads and their future. This is creativity with a purpose. Hilda Kipto, NTV.